Competitive positioning. This is really the critical part of the discipline of the brand. Without a competitive positioning, you leave it up to consumers and the category to define who you are. That's like saying, I'm defined by who my neighbor is. No, you're not. You just happen to live next to your neighbor. It doesn't mean that your neighbor defines who you are. But that's kind of an analogy that explains what I'm trying to say. So, the consumer has 4 big questions about your brand. Number 1, what kind of people use it? Who's the target audience? Right? Second, what kind of thing is it? What is what we call the frame of reference? Is it a snack food? Is it healthy nutritional product? Is it a car? Is it... What is it? Okay? Third, what makes this the brand for me? What's the benefit? What is that one thing, when I look at this brand, I say, this is why I want this brand. And fourth, the reason to believe. Why should I believe what you say? And sometimes you don't even need the reason to believe. If it's self-evident, you can do without it. It's always good to have it in your pocket in case someone asks you the question, okay, so what? Why should I believe you? You should have that. You should know what that is. And that can be functional, it can be emotional, it can be anything. Okay, so these 4 things. Who is it for? What is it? Why should I buy it? And why should I believe what you're saying? These are the 4 critical pieces that constitute a brand positioning statement. And the brand positioning statement is the heart and soul of a brand's identity. Everyone with me? Any questions? Because I see a few furrowed brows. Is it just sleepiness or concerns?
I think that there's such large questions that it's not always easy just to formulate it.
I understand that. I do understand that. And you know what? I'm going to explain this to death. Because really, if we leave here without an understanding of brand positioning, I have failed you. That's a fairly serious thing for me to say, that if I don't get this across, if this does not come across to you guys with 110% clarity, everything else is going to be very difficult. It's going to be almost irrelevant beyond this point. All right, so let's get into it. Let's look at some examples. So to the target market, whoever your target market is. Now remember, we don't define a target market by demographics. We do it by psychographics, attitudes, values, and beliefs. Attitudes, values, and beliefs. Right? X, your brand, is the what? So, 2 young, tech-savvy guys. Energizer is the battery. I'm just saying it's probably seen as a battery, or is the power source that does what? That goes... It's the world's longest lasting battery. That keeps going and going and going. Why? Because we provide the world's longest lasting battery protection, whatever, I mean, however you want to frame that. Because we have the latest lithium-ion technology that allows us to provide, 6 times longer lifespan. Fair enough? Something like that. And don't worry about it right now. Don't worry about the exact words, because we're going to see a lot of examples of this. Okay?